We have seen a climb in terms of an increase of budget in entirety. We are reading now a budget of 4.8 trillion Kenya shillings. But we come to this house and we want our county governments to still get the same money they got last year in a situation where inflationary pressures alone have taken real money out of their pockets, Honorable Speaker. We must debate on, respectively, Honorable Speaker, that yes, as we propose the 420 billion Kenya shillings, that even the Senate is entitled to ask for the 34 billion Kenya shillings. We must meet somewhere, Honorable Speaker, because
Honorable Ndindi Nyoro is simply being intellectually dishonest. Because he knows. And there is no more dangerous thing than when those who ought to know better seek to misinform the country for political gain, Honorable Speaker. Because the Honorable Ndindi Nyoro knows that 420 billion, as proposed, is not the only money that goes to...
In total, counties will get close to 500 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, let Ndindi Nyoro not posture politically, let him wait for the mediation to happen.
Okay, point made. Ndindi Nyoro.
Honorable Speaker, I actually never needed to be informed, and actually have no time for those frivolities and filibustering. And Honorable Speaker, it is important because they have brought up, even as I go to the conclusion, about bringing some frivolities about who needed to call what and write which letter to the Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we need to be honest to the Kenyan people, face them honestly. Honorable Speaker, we now have a situation in this country where the government joined opposition and the opposition joined government, Honorable Speaker. That even as we listen here, the majority side and the minority side leadership, Honorable Speaker, are required singing the same song, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, in such a house of debate, there must be alternative voices, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are lying to ourselves, Honorable Speaker, and to the Kenyan people, that in this house there is a minority side and the majority side. There is none, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker,
yes.
As the house...
KJ.
Mr. Speaker, at the beginning of this session, you did do a communication to the House. And for the Honorable Member for Kiharu to call what the process is frivolity is in fact an insult to the House, an insult to yourself, an insult to the rules and procedures of this House, Mr. Speaker. There is no way the rules of this House can be frivolities, and I think it would be in order for my good friend, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, to at least respect the House, if not the people in the House, by withdrawing what he has said, because these cannot be frivolities, Mr. Speaker.
Then will you wind up?
Honorable Speaker, going back to the debate, I just call upon all of us, Honorable Speaker, to be honest to ourselves. We need our county governments to provision healthcare services. We need, Honorable Speaker, our county governments to provision all the devolved functions and give quality service to the same people we represent. Honorable Speaker, this cannot be done through politics. When we talk about some substantive issues about money, Honorable Speaker, this is not about politics. And even if it's about politics and the Kenyan people benefit, so be it. Honorable Speaker, my take is this. There is 420 billion Kenya shillings on the table. And I needed no information from anyone to tell me that you'll also be debating the debate about conditional grants. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the motion on the table. And the motion is about shareable revenue. That we are sitting here, we have seen a climb in terms of an increase of budget in entirety. We are reading now a budget of 4.8 trillion Kenya shillings. But we come to this house and we want our county governments to still get the same money they got last year in a situation where inflationary pressures alone have taken real money out of their pockets, Honorable Speaker. We must debate on, respectively, Honorable Speaker, that yes, as we propose the 420 billion Kenya shillings, that even the Senate is entitled to ask for the 34 billion Kenya shillings. We must meet somewhere, Honorable Speaker, because this is not about that specific governor. It is about the Kenyan people. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, this I had advised the House that saying what I see, this matter is headed to mediation. And if it is, that's what resolves the divergence of opinions between the two houses. And that being the case, you have an opportunity to deal with the mediated version when it comes. And this being the case also, once we pass this, order number 16 will collapse. So do we really need to flog this? No, the mover to be called upon to reply since there has been debate. 1 minute, mover.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I reply, Honorable Speaker, it is good to indicate, as you have rightly put it, that what is being said here is premature. And the leader of minority had aptly captured it. Because, Honorable Speaker, the 420 billion is what has been proposed. The mediation process is a give and take process. Doesn't mean that that is the end of it. The mediation process is when we come as leaders and agree that it is possible to increase from 420 not to 454. What is the reasonable figure? Yes. Honorable Speaker, anytime the leader of minority can inform me.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to inform the distinguished majority leader that, Mr. Speaker, last financial year, the same bill went for mediation. And when it went to mediation, the proposed amount to counties was 395 or 94. It is the mediation committee that recommended 400 and took it to 415 billion. I don't know why the member of parliament for Kiharu is jumping the gun and saying the House must have alternative voice, which he did not have 2 years ago. He had only one voice last year. Before he was removed as chairman of budget committee, he was only on one voice. Now he wants to take my job as the minority leader, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let him go and contest that small party of his, then he will become minority leader. He can't take my job.
Honorable Speaker, I am well informed that it is, and it's actually true, that we got to 420 out of a mediation process. And that is what we are inviting the House to do, to go through a mediation process where we will nominate very serious members of this House. Very serious members. Not members who walk in for 1 minute to come and make political statements, record on TikTok and circulate out there. Serious members who sit in committees, articulate issues, weigh issues, and come up with a decision that is good for devolution, that is good for this country, and for a time such as this when the nation calls for leadership. Finally, Honorable Speaker, frivolities, Honorable Speaker, is when an elected member of this House, knowing very well the provisions of our Standing Order 29 particularly, on the recall of the House, in engaging in frivolous activities, does a letter to the Speaker, knowing very well that he has no such powers. And before even the Speaker receives that letter in his office, the member, in his usual frivolous nature, has circulated that letter on social media, leaked it to media houses in this country to make the House look bad. I would dare say, shame on you. Shame on you. Because we have seen these things from a previous senator of Muranga. You do letters and sneak them to the media. If you write to the Speaker as a dignified member of this House, write to the Speaker, wait for the Speaker to reply to you, because the Speaker, as you indicated, Honorable Speaker, you directed the clerk to inform the member that in line with our standing orders, it is only the leader of minority who could do that, or the leader of majority. But more importantly, Honorable Speaker, was what was pointed out in your reply and your communication today, which I must say was not frivolous. You are reminding the member of Kiharu to read his standing orders. That even if you were to recall the House would have sat today. The same day the House was coming into session. I will invite the member for Kiharu to sit around this time, have the patience to listen to proposals by the distinguished member Fondia, the chair of the Transport and Infrastructure Committee, and another distinguished high-ranking member of this House, the Honorable Gekaria, who have sponsored that motion, and contribute to how we can move this country forward and leave alone political posturing for the sake of frivolous politics out there. We will have time to deal